The venue is Dalton Barracks. It's a return really for the grass track fans to Dalton Barracks. We started at the beginning of the season really in 1998 with of course the Berks Bonanza. That proved to be a fantastic meeting. We just wonder really the return here today, one of the finest meetings in the country. It is the third round of the World Longtrack Grass Track Championships. There's been talk in the press about whether the system is right or wrong, whether the changes have suited the riders, the promoters or whatever. But at the end of the day, when you see a circuit laid out as brilliantly as this here at Dalton Barracks, you know with the type of class of riders that we've got here, we know we're going to have some fantastic grass track. We really have got what can only be described as the best in the world. Fully supported the international riders by, of course, our wonderful 1000cc sidecars. We still hold that title of being the only country in Europe to really competitively race 1000cc sidecars, and a circuit like this, laid out by a man that's taken every single title in the sport. Of course I'm talking of Roger Misa. He knows what the sidecars want, and the bends look to me like they're going to suit sidecar racing brilliantly. It all adds up to being a fantastic day. We don't know what the results are going to be at this time of day. We can just sit back and enjoy it. It promises to be a fantastic event. All the riders in the international class want to be top of the points. At the moment, it's Robert Barth. By the end of the day, it may well be somebody different. We've just got to wait and see. One of the many riders that we should be speaking to today, we have to turn our attention to the man who's leading the tournament at the moment. Robert Barth, you have had two very good rounds so far.
Yeah, first round was not so good, only on third place. And the second round in Marmont was very good. I have in the second heat a big crash with Gerd Riss. Gerd comes now not here, is ill. And then I can make a good meeting and win the final heat. And in the moment I'm the leader, and I hope after this meeting is the same.
Absolutely. Now we watched you in practice yesterday. You looked very, very quick indeed. Do you like the circuit here?
Yes, I'm the first time here, and I was not the fastest. The fastest was Simon Wigg. I look the practice from Simon Wigg, and Simon Wigg make a better round, go more on the inside. And I see this, and I hope in the meeting today I can make the same and can go the fastest.
Well, indeed. I know that there is also a lot of the German crowd coming over. The interesting thing for me is that the last two rounds are both in Schiessel and Molhof. That must give you somewhat of an advantage over the British boys.
Yeah, normally on long track I'm not so good. I make not so good starts. I hope Gerd have no chance in the moment can make the world champion title, and then I can become from Anton Nischler, is the tuner from Gerd, and for me the absolutely fastest engine, and maybe I can make two good meetings in Germany, and I'm happy when after the 5 meetings in second or in third place, and when come the first place I'm happy.
Well, it's excellent. I know that we have seen you here at the International Ace of Aces before. Yeah. Do you enjoy coming over to the UK?
Yeah, I'm happy when can come to England when the weather is good. When it's rain here, then it's shit. But when the sun is coming or the same weather today, I'm happy, and I hope I can make a good meeting.
That's excellent. Robert, thank you very much indeed. The very best of luck.
Yeah, thank you.
I had a chance to speak to Robert Barth, and by the sound of it, he sees his biggest threat being Simon Wigg. So Simon, do you share that thought?
What, that I'm his biggest threat? I'm not so sure at the moment. I mean, really, the World Championship for all intents and purposes has been and gone for me, so all I can do is sort of take each meeting as it comes and try and do as well as possible. But I like the track. You know, the club here have put quite a lot of effort into it to improve it even further than it was last time we were here, and it's probably one of the best tracks I've seen in England for a while. So I don't feel particularly fit, mind you, but I'm ready to give it a go.
Well, obviously I had to touch on that subject really, because that was quite a hard tumble you took up at Holland, wasn't it?
Yes, I had a throttle jam and had to jump off the back of the bike in the middle of the corner, and sort of, you know, you're getting a bit of a move on, and I could have done without that. So I broke a collarbone, and I've got 3 screws put in. That was the Monday before last. So like I say, I'm not feeling very bright at the moment, but you know, I'll give it a go.
Well, give it a go indeed. I know watching that practice yesterday, the bikes looked very, very quick indeed, and I know that with the British crowd here, they will be hoping for a rerun of what we saw at the Berks.
Me too, yeah. Basically, yes. Obviously, I'd love to have a good day. I mean, I think I managed to win the meeting here 20 years ago as the first the first North Barks meeting I managed to do well in, so it'll be quite a nice way of rounding off the year for me. But like I said, I mean, the World Championship's really what it's all about, really, but that's been and gone, really, for all intents and purposes, and I just, looking forward to having a good day.
Well, there's perhaps a few of us that are a bit more optimistic than that, because obviously the last 2 rounds are actually in Germany in October. A long time to go till then, and as I say, talking to one or two of the other riders, we know we've lost Gerd in the competition. He may come back in the later stages. It isn't really all over, is it, yet?
Well, it isn't, but I probably need about the first 6 guys ought to go, ought to be out for the rest of the season. The guys have only got to sort of really be there consistently and scoring to even if they're thirds and fourths, to stay with the big lead they've got. So for guys like myself that have missed meetings altogether when there is only 5, it's just about impossible, really.
Well, indeed. I mean, obviously, to take points off those top riders is what the British crowd will be hoping for. So, Simon, wish you the best of luck, mate.
Right, thank you.
Chat about the way they've changed the format over the years, but I'm sure that somebody close to the sport like Steve Schofield knows exactly what's going on. Steve, this new format, we're now on round 3. You're still well in there with a chance, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm sort of pretty well up there, but there's a long way to go yet. It's another 3 meetings, and if I can have a reasonable one today, and we'll see how the last 2 bring, which will be pretty hard, I think.
Well, yeah, I mean, what I'm hearing is that both Schiesel and Moldorf are more traditional long tracks, but have you ridden those 2 before?
Yeah, I've been there before. One's sort of deep. They're both pretty tough tracks, you need good engines, and the German boys are coming to their own there, so we've got to try and sort of do as best as we can on the little grass tracks and hopefully get enough points and sort of, struggle on at the last 2, if you like to say.
Yeah, be competitive, I think, is rather than struggle, but I mean, looking at practice yesterday, I mean, I've got to say that although the Brits practiced together, we were watching the clock regularly, and you all look very, very quick on this circuit.
Yeah, I suppose so. Everyone was sort of pretty much the same. I think it's going to be probably down to a little bit of draw on races and gate positions, etc. So let's hope that the end of the day brings the right result that I'm looking for.
Well, absolutely. I mean, I'm sure that we're going to get a big crowd here today, and they're going to be wanting one of the Brits to win it. But more importantly, it's a case of guys like yourself getting those good points, isn't it, for the overall competition?
Well, yeah, I mean, it goes on for 5 meetings. It's not just the one-off final now, which is sometimes I think it's good for the English people to see all these guys riding, because they never ever get the opportunity to see these blokes all riding together in the middle of the year when they're sort of on it and want to really get going. They see them sort of at the end of the season when they're not sort of a lot more relaxed, etc. But let's hope I think the club are doing a good job. They've tried very, very hard here, and let's hope Roger and everyone get the recognition they deserve.
Well, absolutely. Back to 100%, Steve. From a rider's point of view, it's good to hear that you're seeing that from your end. But wish you the very best of luck today, mate.
Okay, thanks. Cheers.
This is truly an international event, but one name I really do associate with Speedway more than grass track is that of Shane Parker. But Shane, pleased that you've turned and had a go at this event. What do you think of it so far?
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough event. Obviously this year all the top world-class riders are in it, whereas last year they weren't. You did say it's not really my scene, the old grass and long track, but it's a little bit different from Speedway, and it does help you with Speedway a little bit, I think. I had a bit of bad luck in the first round. I blew up 3 engines. It's the way it goes, I guess. It's racing, but practice went well yesterday, and, hopefully things will go good today.
So, practice went well. Do you like the circuit?
It's not too bad. It's a little bit of a problem going into the first corner over the start-finish line. It's a little bit rough there, a couple of bumps, but just got to try and bunny hop over them. So, but it should be good racing today. I mean, the track's probably going to cut up with all the sidecars and other national solos on the track, but I mean, that's part and parcel of racing. Everybody's got to ride the track, and I guess the best man will win at the end of the day.
Well, it's very true, but I know looking at the points table, it really isn't all over yet. There's still 3 more rounds to go, including today. So you're still in there with a chance, really, aren't you?
Oh yeah, I'll be pleased with probably a top 10 place. Like I say, I mean, it's not really my specialty, this, but I enjoy it when I'm on a decent track.
Well, it's appreciated, Shane. Obviously, we can say the very best of luck. You're certainly looking as fast as anybody out there yesterday.
No worries, thanks a lot.
Well, I've been saying all along through these interviews that really we are expecting a lot from the Brit contingent from this event. But interesting situation that, Paul Hurry, you just missed out on qualifying for this event, but they brought you in as a wild card here today. How does that really sort of set you up for the event?
I don't know whether it set me up, but it makes you a whole lot more relaxed. Like when you're in the competition, you've got to really be going for gold all the time. But I'm just here to enjoy myself and to prove a few of them wrong.
Well, the way you were going yesterday, I think you're certainly going to do that. But I mean, the bikes and your riding at the moment, you really are at the top of the sport, aren't you?
Yeah, I feel as I'm getting better, and I've still got like a hell of a lot to learn. When you look at like myself, and then you look at Kelvin and Simon, I'm still like 4 jumps behind them. So like, I just take every year as it goes, really, and then I learn something new every year, and hopefully in a couple of years' time I should be where they are.
Now, obviously, looking at this wildcard situation, if you do well today, there is a possibility you'll be invited to ride in Schofield in October. Will you take that opportunity?
Hopefully, yeah. If I do get seeded through like that, then I would take it up and go with all guns blazing. But it's the FIM, you know, they can't make up their own minds at the best of times.
Well, I'm not going to be drawn in on that one, but obviously what I was thinking more of is the fact that the long tracks in Germany, Schiesel and Moldorf, are really quite a bit different to the English UK and grass track scene, aren't they?
Yeah, it's just a totally different new ball game, really. When I went to Marolansky, you can see the difference between grass track riders and long track riders. You've really got to like alter your technique and set your bikes up totally different. And like if you've only done 5 or 6 and you're like the whole time, and everyone else has done 15, then you've got to start again, really.
Well, you certainly have. But Paul, as I say, watching yesterday, I think that I've been saying all along that the Brit riders looked as quick as anybody. Obviously, you were in amongst them. Wish you the very best of luck for today's event, and hope it all goes well.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be on the roster at the end of the day.
Cheers, Paul. Thanks. Chance to see them all without those crash helmets, and indeed what a fantastic collection they've got of the 350 competitors in the UK at the moment. Looking at your list of riders, I hope you've been able to pick them out as they've come round. On the Godden Maximum, you've got number 1, Mitch Godden. Rider number 8 is Vince Finching on the new track Podler. Tony Acton, of course, a very popular figure from D-side on the new track. Neil Scopes on the Barber ABC. Ricky Scarborough, riding number 18 this afternoon on the new track Jawa. We've got Paul Knott, the youngster that's really hit the sport tremendously on that Godden Magnum. Mike Topless from the local area of Didcot. Steve Holding on the TT Jawa. John Underwood and on another Anti. Andy Rimmer on the new track Jawa. Jason Handley, the new crowned British champion of the 350 class. Wayne Broadhurst from Shrewsbury, of course, on that new track Jawa. Mark Taylor on the RTS Jawa. And Phil Ranson, who does get a place in place of number 40. In the sidecars that we now see mixing amongst the 350 national solos, we've got number 1, Craig Cheatham and Clive Reynolds. Number 3 is Alan Blewett and John Blewett. Number 6, Russell and passenger for today, Tony Bemister. Number 11, look for them, that's Kenny Hamill and John Richards. Number 12 is Tim Bennett and Steve Hargreaves. Number 13, John Halsey and Jason Glennie. Winners, of course, of the Barks Bonanza. Remind you of that one. Number 15 is Ivor Matthews and Simon Wall. Number 17 is Dave Steer and Rob Sharrocks. Number 23 is Gary Jackson and Mick Stace. Number 24, Rob Wilson and Tony Miles. Number 25 is Colin Blackburn and Graham Ashby. Number 60, Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodley. Number 62, Mike Torrell and Tony Baisby. Number 74 is Duncan Solhurst and Will Jones. 87, look for Rob Bradley and Ann Holmes. 96, Matthew Torrell and Jamie Bree. In place of number 71, Sean Conway Baker, and on starter is number 45, Neil Hiscock and Martin Smith. The reserves are waiting to take their place, who've also gone out in the parade, Reg Blackburn and Teddy Hook. That indeed, ladies and gentlemen, is your collection of riders competing for the 350 national title this afternoon and the 1000cc sidecar title. making their way to this on-track start, which will be a little bit different to some of them. The internationals are very used to it, but for many of our national competitors, they're so used to the traditional off-track starts. We start with race 1. This one is sponsored by JD's Tattoo Piercing Studio. A phone number there if you need any of that sort of service. On the opposite page, I should mention all our sponsors as we go through. Corner House, Seat, you will see some of their cars during the interval with a bit of luck. And have a look at that fantastic rally car they brought with them. So we start then with race 1 as they get underway and they go down that top straight into the first turn. Kevin Buck looks to have got the lead at the moment from in second place Jason Hanley. Jason Hanley dropping back a little bit and then in second place, but it's still Kevin Buck. He has the lead as Jason Hanley. Around that bottom pit turn, a very big circuit for these 350s, but it is Jason Hanley that's setting the pace. Kevin Buck is still there in second. Tony Atkin now beginning to move his way through. He's up in fourth place, chasing after the back wheel of Andy Rimmer, and Andy Rimmer now looking to go past Kevin Buck. He comes off that bottom turn, looking absolutely superb. So our newly crowned British champion, Jason Hanley, showing us the reason why he won that event just 2 weeks ago. In fourth place, you can see Tony Atkin now trying to get past Kevin Buck, who's in that third spot. He's certainly going to have a go on this top bend. Tony Atkin is at for the first time this afternoon, it's a win for Jason Hanley. Andy Rimmer gets second place. Close to this third, and I would have said on the line, just Kevin Buck from Tony Atkin. On Heat 1 in your programme, this one sponsored by JD's Tattoo Piercing Studio, is a win for rider number 95, that's Jason Hanley. In second place, number 86, is Andy Rimmer. In third place, number 27, Kevin Buck. Fourth place, number 10, Tony Atkin. Fifth place, number 77, John. Place, number 53, Steve Holding. Seventh place, number 6. No 8 finisher there, and the winning time 1:43.8. Remind in your programme is Heat 2 of the 350 National Solo Competition. This one's sponsored by Hewden Hire Centres of Oxford. Tell me they've got 3 local branches, and pleased to see that they've sponsored the meeting this afternoon. This then, race 2. A lot of well-known riders in this one as they look to get this one started. Away they go. Mitch Godden lifts it in the air. Paul Knott had a fantastic start from the outside, and it is Paul Knott that's gone all the way around the outside. Hasn't quite got himself to the front, but he's sitting there in second place. He's got a lot of grip on this man. Through up in the second place, but the lead at the moment is with Wayne Broadhurst. It's Wayne that's made the best of the start and the best of that first turn. He's maintained it and kept the lead, but Vince Kinchin is closing on him. Vince Kinchin in his second spot. He's stayed with Wayne Broadhurst though. He's getting a cracking pace. He must have sat in the pit box and watched Jason Hanley, thinking, can I do the same thing? Well, Ricky Scarborough, number 18, is in third spot at the moment, but a gap opening up between him and Vince Kinchin. The question really...
One more lap to go as they come past me this time. Wayne Border looks over his shoulder. He knows he can hear the engine tones of somebody behind him. He'll now know that it's Vince Kinchin, getting closer and closer all the time. He does look quicker on that top turn, but it's down the back straight that Wayne... Drive on, chases after Wayne, but he's not got enough, but Wayne Borderhurst is going to see that checkered flag. He takes the win, Vince Kinchin in second, Ricky Scarborough in third, and Mark Taylor coming through for fourth spot. Race 2, Heat 2 of the 350 National, this one sponsored by Hewden Hire Centres, and a win for number 158, first time out for Wayne Broadhurst. In second place, number 8, Vince Kinchin. In third place, number 18, Ricky Scarborough. In fourth place, number 29, Paul Knott. In fifth place, number 15, Neil Scopes. And sixth place, number 41, which of course is Glenn Phillips. I couldn't see him in the list of riders. The winning time was 1:44.3. 1:44.3. On the outside there, you can just see in the pink leathers, closing, trying to get a better line coming out of the bend. Ivan Matthews, that was a good turn for him. But at the moment, it's Gary Jackson and Nick States that lead. Duncan Toll in third spot, into that top turn, it's still Gary Jackson and Mick Stace that lead from Duncan Tolhurst and Will Jones in second spot, Ivan Matthews and Simon Wall in third, and then John Lewis closing up in fourth place. Into the bend. Watch how he closes up on the exit of the bend. Gary Jackson must be conscious of that fact that he knows he's getting closer and closer. And Ivan Matthews isn't certainly out of it yet, as he's up in third place. And they go in that he catches him going up the straight. Gary Jackson reacts to that. So he knows he's close to him. He goes into this top turn. All around. What can Duncan do on the exit of this top bend? He's getting close, he's going for the outside line, but Gary Jackson reacts, and Gary Jackson and Mick Stace take a win. Duncan Tolhurst and Will Jones finish in second, Ivan Matthews and Simon Wall in third, Alan and John Blewett in fourth. And the first heat of the 1,000 sidecars, sponsored by Paul and Carolyn Jarvis, a win for outfit number 23, Gary Jackson and Mick Stace. In second place, number 74 is Duncan Tolhurst and Will Jones. In third place, number 15, Ivan Matthews and Simon Wall. Fourth place, number 3, Alan and John Blewett. Fifth place, number 6, Russell Ing and Tony Bemister. And in sixth place, number 11, Kenny Hamill and John Richards. The winning time was 1:37.2, 1:37.2 that time. Up in second place. gaggle of riders in that third, fourth and fifth place as Matthew Tyrrell tries to find a way through on the inside. Now Mike Tyrrell on the outside of Matthew Tyrrell, number 183. Antonin Miles though, not aware of what's going on. Second place. John Hiscock in third at the moment, but that position is being challenged. Looks like Mick Tyrrell's trying to find a way through. It is indeed Mick Tyrrell on the inside, trying to find a way through on the inside. And Tony Miles will be pleased with this as their first ride. Comfortably look over their shoulder. Craig Cheatham not able to close down on them. Still Mick Tyrrell looks for a way past. Is Mick Tyrrell going to make it though? He goes for the outside line again. Looking for this third place. John Hiscock knows he's there. Rob Wilson takes the win. Craig Cheatham in second. It's going to be close for this third, and Mick Tyrrell has done it. A tremendous last bend from Mick Tyrrell. Well, he continually looked for a way through on the inside, but he in the end had to opt for the outside. And still the first time out for the Sidecar Cruise, sponsored by Abingdon M40 Limited. A win for outfit number 24. That's Rob Wilson and Tony Miles. In second place, number 1 is Craig Cheatham and Clive Reynolds. In third place, he did get it on the line, number 62, Mike Tyrrell and Tony Baisby. In fourth place, number 184, John Hiscock and Jason Gill. In fifth place, number 17, Dave Steer and Rob Sharrocks. In sixth place, number 96, Matthew Tyrrell and Jamie Bree. The winning time, 138.9, 138.9. John Halsey is in third place at the moment, but a great start from Richard Thomas and Rob Bradley. John Halsey in fact comes through into that second place, and he now goes after the leader, Rob Bradley. He stays with John Halsey as they come out of that big turn. John Halsey and Jason Glennie still there in second place. Are they setting them up for a challenge on the exit of that top bend? Well, he's a lot closer this time than he was the first time round. Looking to find a gap on the inside. He will realise that Rob Bradley doesn't third and watching what's going on ahead of them. They'll capitalise on any mistakes those two force on each other. At the moment it's still international riders from John Halsey. does throw it into the bend. John Halsey can watch where he goes, but as they come to the line, it's a win for Rob Bradley. John Halsey gets second, Richard Thomas in third, Colin Blackmore in fourth, and a disappointing start of the day for Tim Bennett. Sponsored by Copycat Print Services. A win for outfit number 87, that's Rob Bradley and Ann Holmes. In second place, number 13 is John Halsey and Jason Glennie. In third place, number 60, Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodley. In fourth place, number 12, that's Tim Bennett and Steve Hargreaves. In fifth place, number 45, that's Neil Hiscock and Martin Smith. The winning time was 140.2, 140.2. No 25 featuring in the results. He has been excluded for going off the circuit, so your numbers should be 87, 13, 60, 12 and 45. 140.2. For Jason Hanley and Wayne Broadhurst. Wayne goes in this one, and not missing the fact that Jason Hanley goes in this one as well. So one of them has got to give up the fact maximum. Look for 95 and 158. That's Jason Hanley and Wayne Broadhurst, winners of the first heat. Paul Knott goes in this one. He had a fourth place first time out. Andy Rimmer had a third place first time out. And no, we don't have two Andy Rimmers going in this one. Number 18, of course, is Ricky Scarborough. So Andy Rimmer is number 86, and Ricky Scarborough comes in as 18. One of the riders, in fact, pulling away from the start. I couldn't see what the problem was there, but you can see we've got a yellow flag at I've also noticed on the start line we got number 41 Glenn Phillips, and problems for Paul Knott on the start line. Well, they've been finding a lot of grip out here this afternoon. I'm sure the internationals that are watching from the pits will be aware of that, but the rest of the field get away. Disappointing for Paul Knott. Andy Rimmer has got the lead. Jason Hanley it is, has got to the front. Andy Rimmer is right there with him, and look for Wayne Broadhurst in third place. Oh, Ricky Scarborough is the rider in fourth at the moment. Watching Wayne Broadhurst, who had a race victory first time out. Off that bottom turn. As they go into that top turn for the second time, Jason Hanley now starting to open up the gap between him and Andy Rimmer. And this time as they go by us. Still Jason Hanley it is that leads, throws it into that top turn. Problems for Glenn Phillips by the sound of it as he coasts across the line. Good win and maintaining the maximum for Jason Hanley. Andy Rimmer gets second. Wayne Broadhurst hangs on to that third place. Ricky Scarborough in fourth. Race 6 sponsored by Faulkner's Motorcycles, the family firm that cares, it says. We've no reason to disbelieve that. Give them a try if you want to. A win for number 95. I've mentioned already his second this afternoon. In second place, number 86. Ironically, his second place, second time. In third place, we've got number 158. In fourth place, number 18, Ricky Scarborough. And in fifth place, number 27. And 27 is Kevin Buck. A winning time for 142.9, 142.9. Along the lineup that we've already got on the start line, there's no Mitch Godden. You remember problems in his first ride. We understand from the pit that it was a blown engine. A disappointment for Mitch this afternoon. Still problems with Tony at 10. I remind you, we're with race 7. This one sponsored by number 27, a rider from the past, as we indeed get underway. Well, Neil Scopes has made the best of the starts as he goes into that first turn. Vince Kinchin is with him. He's got 4 riders together in that 3rd, 4th and 5th place. Right up onto the back wheel in 3rd place are Vince Kinchin. Now Neil Scopes has gone very wide, a very accomplished 350 rider, Neil Scopes. Vince Kinchin, I'm sure, has raced against Neil many times in this 350 class. Be interesting to see which way he chooses to try and get round it. Coming out of that bottom bend, Neil Scopes reacts to it, keeps it tight. Vince Kinchin has to divert his attention to the outside. Again, he's looking for the inside though, attacking that top turn, gets right on the inside of Neil Scopes, lets him know he's there. Neil holds on to the line. As he forced the way through, well, Neil Scopes has had to change line, he comes back underneath him. So what can Neil Scopes do to get that lead back again? Vince Kinchin still with the lead as they go round that top turn. Well, Neil Scopes looking to attack on the exit of the bend. Yeah, knows where he's coming from, he'll keep the power on, he drifts slightly wide, takes the win. Neil Scopes gets 2nd, Mark Taylor finishes in 3rd place, John Underwood in 4th. 27, a rider from the past, a win for rider number 8, that's Vince Kinchin. In 2nd place, number 15 is Neil Scopes. In 3rd place, number 170, Mark Taylor. In 4th place, number 77, John Underwood. In 5th place, number 53, Steve Holding. And 6th place, number 6, Phil Ranson. The winning time, 144.9, 144.9 that winning time.
You want to get a start with the bricks first?
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to introduce to you the fantastic riders that are riding Europe at the moment. And welcome you all to the World Longtrack Series. This is the third national Abingdon. First of all, you will be to be outstanding for our very own.
Who's going to present it?
Whilst all the riders will be introduced to the FIM officials, I'm going to take the easy route out and just go through the list of riders that you've got to be whilst all the riders continue. So we'll give away to you throughout the one. First of all, a great big round of applause. Cheers and shouts for all of you. The ladies who's number 1, Cunningham representing Great Britain. From Germany, we've got riding on 2 this afternoon, Mr. Ralf. Representing Australia, the only rider we've got in this competition from Australia, the one and only Shane Parker. From Germany, a very accomplished rider, Matthias Kruger. Also from Germany, we have of course Bernd. From the Netherlands, we welcome rider number 6, Uppie. Our 2 wildcard entries from the UK are very own Harry. The second wildcard entry, of course, our very own Colin. A name we'll recognise and know. We put a lot of hopes with him this afternoon. He rides number 9. It is, of course, our very own Kelvin. From Germany, riding number 10 is Ralf. The lone Italian representation in the hands of Massimo Mora. afternoon, representing us from the UK, number 21 on the lead, Tony Atkins. And stood alongside him, the youngster number 22, Tony Duff. It gives me pleasure indeed to welcome to you this afternoon our FIM officials. Welcome, gentlemen. It may be to say also welcome to the viewers this afternoon. Remember, this is round 3. Leading the championship at the moment is Robert Barth. Only 2 points behind him, our very own Kelvin Tatum. But further down the field, with good rides this afternoon, a lot of riders could get back into those championship positions. They'll obviously be coming round in front of you on the buggies. I'm going to disappear out the way. The first 2 we already have the results from. That was in Adorb in Holland on Saturday, July the 4th. It was won by our very own Kelvin Tatum. Second was Antonin Svab of Czech Republic. Robert Barth finished in 3rd, Steve Schofield in 4th, Simon Cross in 5th and Gerd Riss in 6th. That in fact was what formed the A final. The format for this afternoon is that they will have 4 point scoring rides. They then go into 3 finals, the A, B and C final. The positions overall are the positions they finish in those finals. There are 25 points on offer for the winner of the A final. 20 for 2nd, 16 for 4th, 14 for 5th, 13 for 6th, and then it runs right the way down through the B final and the C final, right the way down to our 19th rider picking up no points at all. The second round was in Marmande in France on their bank holiday day, Monday, July the 13th. That round was won by Robert Barth of Germany. Second to him was Steve Schofield from Great Britain. In 3rd was Glen Cunningham from Great Britain and 4th Kelvin Tatum. In 5th was Zdenek from the Czech Republic and in 6th Simon Cross. It means that after 2 rounds, we have leading the competition Robert Barth on 43 points. Second to him is Kelvin Tatum on 41 points. 3rd is Steve Schofield on 36 points. 4th is Simon Cross on 27. Equal 5th is Anthony Svab and Mathias Kroger, both on 24 points. Glen Cunningham then slots in there on 23 points in 7th place. On 8th place, Massimo Mora. Zdenek Sidewind, they're both on 20 points. There's a phenomenal amount up there. Now the pressure is on. A lot of pressure on shore on number 2 Robert Barth. They know the pressure is on. A lot of pressure, I'm sure, on number 2 Robert Barth. You'll notice that they all do also have the helmet colours to make it easy for the referee to identify the individual riders. They all 6 come to the line. It will be the referee above me that sets those tapes away. Away go the tapes. We go with our first of the international heats this afternoon. Into that first bend they go, and it is Robert Barth that's got to the front. Glen Cunningham's right there with him. And Glen loses out on the exit of that bend, and Robert Barth. Great, but he edges in front. Shane Parker it is, it's coming up the inside of Robert Barth. That bottom bend for Shane Parker. He comes up the inside, looks over his shoulder. Uppie is on the outside, that's rider number 6 in the black and white helmet colour, but Glen Cunningham has got back at him and got up into 3rd place. But Robert Barth leads from Shane Parker. And Uppie. Robert Barth then, leading the tournament at the moment. Looking to this the 3rd round as he comes past us for the 2nd time. Shane Parker stays with him but not able to challenge at the moment. Glen Cunningham still there, right on the back wheel of Shane Parker in 3rd. The gap's starting to open up between 3rd and 4th. Uppie at the moment, but as they go down the back straight, can we see somebody pinch the lead from Robert Barth? Very commanding at the moment. Into the last lap. Shane Parker still looking for a way through. Glen Cunningham still looking to see if either one of those two makes a mistake. He'll nip it even on the last bend if he can, but Robert Barth down the back straight, and Glen Cunningham's in problems. Glen Cunningham has got his tyre completely pulled off. He drops out of this first seat as they see the checkered flag. It's a win for Robert Barth. Shane Parker finishes in 2nd. It means that in 3rd we've now got Diener, who's got through. He in fact has got through in front of Uppie. Disappointment then for Glen Cunningham, looking to do well this afternoon, goes out in his first ride with a back wheel puncture. I'll go from the top, giving you the place and the points they've scored. For Glen Cunningham, no place, no points. For number 2, Robert Barth, a 1st place and 5 points. For number 3, Shane Parker, a 2nd place and 4 points. Number 4, Matthias Kroger, 5th place and 1 point. Number 5, Diener, 3rd place, 3 points. And number 6, Uppie, 4th place and 2 points. The winning time was 1:37.8, 1:37.8. 1, 2, 3, 4. The point jump is ready. 3, 4, 4, 1. Colin Earl. Paul Hurry, of course, one of today's wild cards, currently the British Masters champion in the UK. Right to Speedway with Oxford. I'm sure there'll be a few of the Speedway boys here supporting him this afternoon. He won the 4th round for Mars last year, so he's accustomed to this style of racing. Colin Earl, the other wild card, number 8. We've got Kelvin, Tatum. I'm also told that Kelvin Tatum could in fact qualify for the Speedway GP for next year if he does well in the Intercontinental final. Not forgetting, of course, that he was 2nd in the UK Masters behind Paul Hurry, which he won in 1996. Well, he's up against Ralf Loding from Germany, Italy's Massimo Mora, and our very own Steve Schofield, who also is sitting in 3rd place overall on 36 points. The tapes go up, away we go. Steve Schofield has made an absolutely brilliant start on the outside, looking for Kelvin Tatum to come through on the inside. Kelvin Tatum has gone all the way around the outside, but it's Paul Hurry that's got the lead at the moment. And goes down the back straight. Steve Schofield comes through on the inside. At the front of the field because Steve Schofield is leading from in second place Paul Hurry and in third Kelvin Tatum. That's all changed as they go into that top turn. Well, Paul Hurry still gets the lead though, but Steve Schofield is up in second and slowly as Steve Schofield knows his way in front. Paul Hurry in second, Kelvin Tatum in third. It's a great scrap right at the front because Steve Schofield has now got command. Paul Hurry still in second. What can Kelvin Tatum do about this? Well, at the moment he can only sit in third place and watch what's going on ahead of him. It is still Steve Schofield that's setting the pace. Kelvin Tatum still there in third place, but don't hold your breath because it's a huge change. We've got one more lap to go. The three of them come off the bend together. Little Stevie Schofield it is that leads into that top turn. Kelvin Tatum attacks Paul Hurry. He threw it in hard into that top bend. He'd been looking for drive coming out. Paul Hurry. The three of them so far away from the rest of the field, still battling for positions on the They're racing hard. It's going to be a win for Steve Schofield. Paul Hurry gets second. Kelvin Tatum in third. And then we wait for, in fourth place, number 11, Massimo Mora. An official result. No objections to that at all. We start from the top with rider number 7, Paul Hurry. He finished in second place. He picks up 4 points. Rider number 8, Colin Earl, finished in 5th place, 1 point. Number 9, Kelvin Tatum, in 3rd place, 3 points. Number 10, Ralf Loding, in 6th place, no points. Number 11, Massimo Mora, 4th place and 2 points. Our very own Stevie Schofield, number 12, 1st place and 5 points. The winning time 136.4. 136.4. To race 10, and we see out for the very first time the real surprise of the first round, Antonin Svab, who does his speedway with Ipswich. He was second in that first round, not so good in the second one in Marmande in France. He finished in 15th place. Look for our very own Simon Wigg. He looks very, very quick. Let's not forget that he is, of course, 5 times World Longtrack champion. He won the Barth Bonanza earlier in the year. Talk at the moment in the press and in the pits has always been about the number of crashes he's had this year and the injuries he's carrying. But he's a brave fighter. He wants to do well in this competition. His comments to me were, I've got to do well, Jim. I know that I need results here to have any chance at all in the overall competition. Number 15, Maik Groen from Holland, rode in the qualifier here last year. He was 8th in the first round, 16th in the second, sits equal 10th overall. Number 16, Simon Cross. What a story from that second round. Away in the ambulance, jumped out of the ambulance on the way to the hospital, got himself in a car and back to the meeting, and even rode in the rerun. They're joined by Christophe Dubernard from France and Zdenek Schneiderwind as they indeed get underway and fly into that first turn. It is our very own Simon Wigg that's got to the front. Wigg it is that piles the pressure on and goes down that back straight. Looking to pick the riders up in that second and third place. That does look to me like Simon Cross. At the moment, I'll pick that up as they come round by me. But it is Wiggy that leads. It is indeed Simon Cross in second. Antonin Svab is up there in third place at the moment. But Simon Cross, can he put the pressure on Simon Wigg? Then goes down the left. He looks to go burning inside. Terrific ride from Simon Cross. He puts the pressure on Simon Wigg. Rossi it is that gets to the front. Simon Wigg looks over his shoulder. Anthony Svab is the rider that's closing in on him. So Simon Cross showing us exactly why he got into those top results and got into the 8 finals. Down the back straight he goes. Tremendous ride from Simon Cross. Simon Wigg is not out of it. Second place. Anthony Svab still there in third place. No challenge on those front 3 at the moment. Bit of a battle going on between Mick Groen and Zdenek Schneiderwind. Those two battling it together for that 4th place. This race 10, heat 3 of the International, and it's going to be a win first time out for Simon Cross. Simon Wigg gets second. Anthony Svab gets third, and the battle for 4th place is won by number 18, Zdenek Schneiderwind. Cleaning services, the 3rd heat of the Internationals. A win, and in fact I'll stick to the format I was with the first 2. Let's start with the places and points from the top. Number 13, Anthony Svab, 3rd place and 3 points. Number 14, Simon Wigg, 2nd place and 4 points. Number 15, Maik in 5th place, 1 point. 16, Simon Cross, 1st place and maximum 5 points. Number 17, Christophe Dubernard, in 6th place, no points. Number 18, Zdenek Schneiderwind in 4th place and 2 points. The race time, 1:37.3, 1:37.3, so you should have for places 3, 2, 5, 1, 6 and 4. The points, 3, 4, 1, 5, 0 and 2. Get away from around that first turn, leading at the moment from Rob Bradley and Ann Holmes. Rob Bradley tries to stay with Richard Thomas. Duncan Toler's trying to stay in contention. And Duncan Toler's absolutely flew past us. He stayed in third place. And to the 1,000-metre circuit in France, and thoroughly enjoyed that trip. We're used to the big circuits, the bike's set up for them. Oh, Rob Bradley and Ann Holmes still fighting in that 2nd place. Remember they had a win first time out. They're in 3rd, trying to put the pressure on the with them either, as he's staying close to the back wheel of Duncan Solhurst. But as we go into the last lap, it is Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodley that have still got the lead from Rob Bradley and Ann Holmes. Duncan Solhurst and Will Jones still there. No problems again for Russelling, but if got that back straight, and Rob Bradley got something. Got one more bend to do it if he's going to have an attack. Into this last turn they come. It looks as if Richard Thomas is coming fast he comes off that top turn, comes towards the checkered flag. He's going to take his first win this afternoon. Rob Bradley gets second. Duncan Tolhurst finishes in third. And it was Colin Blackburn that finished in fourth place. 11 in your programme, heat 1 of the second leg. This one sponsored by UPS Worldwide Express Couriers. We're back with the 1000cc sidecars, and the first win this afternoon for outfit number 60, Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodley. In second place, number 87 is Rob Bradley and Ann Holmes. In third place, number 25 is Colin Blackburn and Graham Ashby. In fourth place, number 6, Russell Ing and Tony Bemister. And in fifth place, the reserves coming in there, Reg Blackburn and Penny Hook. The winning time was 1:39.2, and you might be wondering why I've not mentioned number 74, Duncan Tolhurst. I'm sorry to say that he was excluded from the result for going off the circuit. 60, 87, 25, 6 and 26. As they go into that top turn for the first time. But it is Gary Jackson and Mick Stace leading. John Halsey close to him though as they come past me. John Halsey trying to find a gap on the inside. And you can see that John Halsey noticed it in the middle of the bend. Stay behind Gary Jackson into this top turn once again. So look to see where the advantages are. John Halsey holding a slightly tighter line, follows Gary Jackson out of the bend. Comes past up for the second time. Still the lead with Gary Jackson and Mick Stace. He does look as if he can actually make a challenge. Deer has gone through in the third place. But all eyes, I'm sure, are on those front two as Gary Jackson is still setting the pace. John Halsey can only chase at the moment. Looking to see if there are any mistakes going to be made by Gary Jackson. This time, no advantage at all for John Halsey. Good challenge on the last bend. Gets closer and closer as Gary Jackson looks very comfortable as he comes towards the line. Checkered flag out and Gary Jackson takes his second win. John Halsey and Jason Glennie have to wait for another race. They get second once again. It was heat 2 of the second leg for the 1000cc sidecar, sponsored by Paul and Carolyn Jarvis. A win and his second this afternoon for Gary Jackson and Mick Stace. It's outfit 23. In second place, number 13 is John Halsey and Jason Glennie. In third place, number 17, that's Dave Steer and passenger Rob Sharrocks. In fourth place, number 3, Alan and John Blewett. In fifth place, number 1, Craig Cheatham and Clive Reynolds. And in sixth place, number 96, Matthew Tyrrell and Jamie Bree. 1:39 exactly the winning time, 1:39.0. first time out, so knew he had to do something in this one, and get to the front is exactly what he's done. Comes off that top turn, it's Kenny Hamill, who also had a bad result in his first ride, close with John Hiscock. Those two together as they come past each other. They drop the back straight, Tim Bennett. Oh, this was put them right attention. Did have a very poor result first time out. So whatever the problem was, they look to have got it sorted as they lead. And the battle now is on for second place. John Hiscock and Jason Gill, still there in second. Ivan Matthews. With the front runners, John Hiscock, of course, gets closer and closer. And as he tried to challenge on Tim Bennett, Ivan Matthews has seen a hole. He's dived on the inside, and it is Ivan Matthews coming the second. John looks to be going very wide on the bend. So you see the ready, they come towards the line. It is going to be a win for Tim Bennett and Steve Hargreaves. They're first this afternoon. Ivan Matthews gets second, John Hiscock in third, and Mick Turrell in fourth. Three of the second leg, sponsored by Hewington, M40 for BMW, and Triumph. A win for number 12, of course, outfit 12 is Tim Bennett and Steve Hargreaves. In second place, number 15 is Ivan Matthews and Simon Wall. In third place, number 184, John Hiscock and Jason Gill. In fourth place, number 62, Mike Turrell and Tony Baisby. In fifth place, number 11, Kenny Hamill and John Richards. In sixth place, number 45, Neil Hiscock and Martin Smith. The winning time, 140.6. 140.6, that winning time. Results. It means that your results read as a win for number 12, second 50, third 62, fourth 11, fifth 45. The time stays the same, 140.6. First and second stay the same, but third is now 62, fourth is 11, and fifth 45. Race 14 it is. We're with Heat 4 of the Internationals. We see for the second time Shane Parker, Christophe Dubernard, Glen Cunningham, Mike Groen, Colin Earl and Ralf Loding. So Shane Parker perhaps had the best of results first time out. He had a second, you remember. Glen Cunningham disappointingly had a puncher in his first ride, but want to do better this time. Now watch for the red helmet on the inside. The tapes go up and away they go, and Shane Parker in all sorts of trouble on the inside. Well, it looks like Mike Groen has got the lead as they go into that first turn, but is that... Looking for that helmet car in white indeed, as they come off that bottom turn. Glen Cunningham then leading from Mike Groen in second place. Shane Parker's got up into third. So what can Shane Parker do about those front two as he closes down on them in that top end? Shane Parker in third. Glen Cunningham trying to put the pressure on, trying to stay away from those two closing in on him behind. Shane Parker goes after Mike Groen. Into the top turn, Shane looks for the outside line. Can he go all the way around the outside of the Dutchman, Mike Groen? Cuts back in on the inside. Has he got the power? He certainly has as he goes into that understand. He gets up in the second. Fast ahead ahead of him. He's got one more lap to go. Can he close on Glen Cunningham? Or will Glen Cunningham get back in with a shout? Remember, it's 4 qualifying rides and the championship points are scored on those finals they get into at the end of the day. It's certainly going to be a very convincing race victory for Glen Cunningham. Shane Parker gets second, Maik gets third. In 4th place, it's the Frenchman, Christophe Dubernard. And in 5th place, the German, number 10, Ralf Loding. Of race 14, it was the International Solo Heat 4, sponsored by a very old rider, number 188. From the top then, Grid 1, we had Shane Parker. He finished in 2nd place, he got 4 points. Grid 2 was Christophe Dubernard. He had 4th place and 2 points. In Grid 3, Glen Cunningham, a fantastic win for Glen and 5 points. Maik Groen in Grid 4 is at 3rd place and 3 points. 5th place, 6th place and no points. Ralf Loding from Germany, 5th place and 1 point. 1:38.5 is the winning time. 1:38.5 is the result of the big Bernd on race 14. From the top, Grid 1, Barth in 2nd place, he got 4 points. Grid 3 was Christophe Dubernard. He had 4th place and 3 points. In Grid 3, Glen Cunningham, a fantastic win for Glen and 5 points. Maik Groen, Grid 4, is 3rd place and 3 points. 2, 5, 3, 0 and 1. That was Heat 4. We now have Heat 5, sponsored by the Seat Cornerhouse Garage. Race 15 in your programme. A chance to see in action again. Simon Cross, who had a win first time out. Steve Schofield, who had a win first time out. No Gerd Riss, of course, that is Bernd Diener, and as they get underway, they go into that first turn, and it is Crossy that's got to the front. Steve Schofield back in the crowd at the moment, but it is Simon Cross. Kelvin Tatum, of course. Kelvin Tatum had that 3rd first time out. He'll want to improve on that. But Simon Cross it is. It's now been caught by Tatum. And Kelvin Tatum has gone through into the front. And look at the gap he's starting to open up. Kelvin Tatum really has put the... Steve Schofield moves up in the 3rd place and it's starting to close down on Simon Cross. Very determined mood, looks over his shoulder, flies past us. Look how Scully has closed up on Simon Cross, and Scully goes for it. Steve Schofield is going to the inside line. Watch how quickly he's done that back straight. Right on the back wheel of Simon Cross, cut through on the inside. He's up in the right, and problems for Simon Cross. Simon Cross for bottom of the circuit. So after that win first time out, Simon Cross retires from his 2nd ride. We look for in yellow and black. Hadn't appreciated that problem. Steve Schofield pulls up on the far side. I really hadn't appreciated that in yellow and black. Robert Barth. And Robert Barth is sitting in 2nd at the moment. The checkered flag goes. Kelvin Tatum takes the win. Robert Barth in 2nd place. Well, that was certainly an action-packed heat. And please cheer Steve Schofield on, because he knows that Simon Cross is already out of the race. So if he pushes around, it does mean that he can get a point. That's a long, long way to go for Steve Schofield. He'll need all the encouragement he can get. Give him a cheer, give him your applause, because it's a long way round to this finishing line. The clock is on him. I'll keep you forward going. I know there's plenty of encouragement from the team. This is around 50 points to get into that top final at the end of the day. And it's a long, long way to go, but he knows he's an international rider. He knows the value of finishing. He knows already that Simon Cross has pulled out. He wants to cross the track in front of him. Well, again, he's pushing all the way to this finishing line. I know you get a big round of applause from you true supporters here to my left-hand side. It's a long, long way to push. He knows the value of it. Keep the encouragement coming. Well, as he gets towards the line, little Steve Schofield knows that this will mean 5th place for him. It's a valuable point if he gets to the line. He indeed does get to that checkered flag. Tremendous effort from Steve Schofield. That's what years of racing does for you. It makes you realise exactly how valuable pushing home is. This one sponsored by Seat Corner House Garage. Let's give you the places and the points. From those starting positions, for number 1, Simon Cross, I should say 16 in grid 1, Simon Cross. Pulled out, of course, no place and no points. For Steve Schofield, you've all dramatically just seen a 5th place and 1 point. For Bernd Diener in grid 3, 3rd place and 3 points. For Robert Barth, finishing in 2nd place, 4 points. And in green, Kelvin Tatum, a win for Kelvin Tatum, his first this afternoon, maximum 5 points. For the Czech, Antonin Svab, it's 4th place and 2 points. The winning time, 1:36.9. 1:36.9, as I previously mentioned, a very quick time. They're joined by Mathias Kroger, Uppie boss, Massimo Mora, Zdenek Schneiderwind. So will it be a win for Simon Cross or Paul Hurry? Will somebody else want to take that victory, get themselves back on the point scoring trail? Remember, whilst through the qualifying heats, they are looking at getting to A, B or C final. So look for the green helmet of Simon Wigg. He rides number 14. Paul Hurry is in the black and white helmet, in fact, on the outside. As they get underway, it looks like Paul Hurry's made a good start, but he's been forced very, very wide. Simon Wigg has been forced out as well. In the red helmet, it is Mathias Kroger that's got to the... Simon Wigg has recovered well. He's dropped through into 2nd place as they go down the back straight. A very experienced German rider who comes up past me, looks over his shoulder. Paul Hurry is right there with him, so the two of them will push each other along as Paul Hurry goes for the inside. Paul Hurry gets up underneath Simon Wigg and gets up into 2nd. Wiggy tries to come back at it. On the back straight, and both of them, as I say, pushing each other on, closing up on Mathias Kroger. Mathias Kroger must be aware that there's a battle behind him. He looks over his shoulder again. Where's the challenge going to come from? Simon Wigg goes for the inside. Paul Hurry is forced to take the wide line. Stays on the outside. The two of them still together. Can they close this gap? Looking very comfortable at the moment as he comes off that bottom turn. Simon Wigg knows he's just got one more lap to go. Paul Hurry tries to push it on a bit harder as well as he goes into the top turn. They've got closer to Mathias Kroger. Well, the gap is full corner to go, that's the pit bend. Mathias Kroger still with the lead. Simon Wigg in 2nd, Paul Hurry in 3rd. Off that pit bend, that looks as if how they're going to finish. Mathias Kroger takes it, his first win this afternoon. Simon Wigg in 2nd, Paul Hurry in 3rd. The result of that last ride, it was race 16, the International Solo Heat 6, sponsored by Deshurst Painters and Decorators. And there's the little comment, estimates free, give them a ring, why not? We go to the result. Let's start from the top. It's grid 1, rider number 4, Mathias Kroger. He had a win and 5 points. Rider number 6, Uppie Boss. He stopped, therefore no points. Rider number 11, Massimo Mora, 4th place and 2 points. Rider number 18, the Czech Zdenek Schneiderwind, is at 5th place and 1 point. Number 14, Simon Wigg, 2nd place and 4 points. Number 7, Paul Hurry, 3rd place and 3 points. 138.2 is the winning time, 138.2.